actually demonstrate the seriousness that we take the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards. I know that we did not make provision in the program about evacuation and security measures, but before we start with our formal program, I would like to invite Mr. Makananise to come to the fore to take us through evacuation protocols that we need to observe. Mr. Makananise.
Thank you, Program Director, and good morning, colleagues. My name is Tabero Brutus Makananise. I'm the Occupational Health and Safety Officer of the university. So here, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the Program Director and the organizers for giving me a platform to also contribute to the success of this event. Mine is to present the evacuation procedure, because it is the commitment that we have made that we want our employees and all stakeholders, including students, to be always safe in our premises or in anything that concerns us. One might ask, why are we doing the evacuation procedure at the Premier's Hotel when we are based at the University of Venda? I would like to believe that as employees we are still on duty, and it's still our responsibility, as stipulated in Section 8 of the OHS Act 85 of 1993, that every employer, in this case University of Venda, shall provide and maintain, as far as is reasonable, practicable, a working environment that is safe and without risk to the health of his employees, students, visitors, service providers, and all stakeholders. So the big question in the room is, what is an evacuation procedure? Evacuation procedure is an integral part of an emergency plan. So we have to plan for the emergency. In this evacuation procedure specify the process that must be followed and the action that must be taken in the event an evacuation is required. So matters for notification when you are here. When you access the building, whether in the university or anywhere else, you must check for the following. You must check the availability of fire equipment. In this case, I have noted 2 fire hydrants outside. Those 2 red steel that are protruding up. Those are fire hydrants. Those can be used by our local fire brigade that are situated at Moritan. The other fire equipments that we have in these buildings, if you can check on my left here, you will see the DCP, which is your dry chemical powder, your normal fire extinguisher, and the hose reel. Number 2, what you need to check when you access the building is the exit doors. So the ratio for the exit doors is that 200:2. So for 200 people, we must have 2 exit doors. And I'm sure that the only doors that you notice is the entrance. But however, because of the arrangement of that entrance, we cannot use the way in as the way out, because it will cause the stampede. In this setup, we have 4 emergency exits. That is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 on the other side. But however, when I was conducting the inspection, I noticed the following, that we don't have the marked assembly points. So that is to say, in case of emergency, when we use these emergency exit doors that are these are push bar doors. Just when you push that bar, you will be able to go outside. So we don't have marked emergency exit. But for this event, and for this time only, we will make sure that we go outside there where there are no obstructions or any other things. That is where we'll assembly. That is in case of emergency. We compromise on that part. So in this case, when I looked around, I found that this hotel or this premises has been properly engineered in terms of the fire equipment. So it's also engineered with the alarms and all those things. So when the alarm sound, or in case of emergency, you must do the following. Number one, do not panic, because sometimes it might be a false alarm. Number two, do not collect your belongings. When you are ready to leave the space, don't collect your belongings. I would like to believe that our VC will provide us with new laptops if ever our laptops get damaged in case of emergency. Number three, when we leave in orderly manner. Those ones who are on my left will use the exit doors on the left. The ones on my right will use the exit doors on my right. Number four, you leave immediately with the nearest exit doors, which I believe I've covered that. And number five, you remain where we told you that you should remain. Because when you enter here, you should know that you were also required to sign the register. It is those same registers that we'll use for roll call to check if you have safely evacuated our buildings. So around here we only have Chilizini, a local hospital. So we do have the numbers should something happen. We do have the numbers for our ambulance services. Students, they know. We do have NHC around here. We also have the local fire brigade. We have them on our speed dials. So those are the things that you should note. But in closing, let me close by giving you our safety motto from the OHS division that is under ER, under the umbrella of the Human Resource Department. Our motto goes as follows. Safety is free, use plenty of it, and don't be a dead hero. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Makananise. As Mr. Makananise was presenting, I could notice some uncertainty among the audience. I think it's important to give you assurance that the fact that he has presented these precautionary measures doesn't necessarily mean that there is any potential for a danger to happen anytime soon. Please take a deep breath, relax. Nothing is going to happen this morning. Thank you so much once again. On that note, I would like to take this opportunity and invite our Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research and Postgraduate Studies. Oh, Univen Choir. Are you ready? Okay. So let me have Univen Choir before Professor Fraser could come and handle the first item. Over to you, Univen Choir.
Hello, hello. vamvumvusa, namusirodo vamvumvusa, namusirodo vamvumvusa, namusirodo vamvumvusa, namusirodo vamvumvusa.
Thank you so much, Univen Choir. I have been cautioned not to say anything about the event by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Postgraduate Studies. So on that note, please join me as I welcome Professor Feza to the podium to come and deliver.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. You know, when Dr. Zaka said you all look beautiful, for me you all look gorgeous. This is an amazing day for the University of Venda. But let me start by appreciating and welcoming all our guests. I would like to first welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Bernard Ntambeleni. You are welcome, Prof. And I would like to also appreciate and welcome the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Teaching and Learning, Professor Likalakala Mogele. Also, I'd like to welcome and appreciate our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Operations. Where is he? Our pastor, Dr. Mati. I would also like to then welcome our director for the Green Technology Confucius Institute, Prof. G.K. Welcome. I would like to welcome our DDG from the Department of Science and Innovation. Really, let us give him a big welcome because he is the one who enabled us to have this particular day. Our Dr. Muope. I would also like to welcome Ms. Dube from the National Research Foundation, our funder for research. Welcome, madam. I would also like to welcome our own and our pride, Professor Mpandeli, who is from the Water Research Commission, but also a University of Venda adjunct professor and a University of Venda star. Welcome, Prof. I will then go further, colleagues, and welcome our Office of the Premier has sent us our Director General, Ms. S.E. Magwaza. Welcome, ma'am. I would like to welcome our principal from our beloved Vembe TVET College, Ms. Shekane. Welcome, our principal. I would like to welcome Mr. Muronga from Old Mutual. We have a wonderful relationship with Old Mutual. Welcome, Mr. Muronga. I would like to welcome the mayor from Makado Municipality, Mayor Dimboi. Welcome, Honorable Mayor. I would also like to welcome our mayor and our council member and our everything from the Tulamela Municipality, the Mayor Rambuda. Welcome, Honorable Rambuda. And I would also like to welcome our Honorable S.C. Gwinda from Tulamela Municipality, who is our councillor. Welcome, sir. I would like to welcome again the PA to the mayor. Thank you for coming with our mayor, Mr. O.O. Mwebi. You are welcome. I would also like to welcome the LED manager from the Mvembe Municipality, Mr. Mushapi. Welcome. I would also like to welcome Mr. Mukiti from the Department of Education in the Vembe East District. And I would also like to welcome all our honorable members that are here that were not listed for me to be able to mention, and all my beautiful professors from the university, our directors, our executive deans are here with us today to celebrate the hard work of their faculties. Welcome, my colleagues. I would like to welcome all our stars of the day. I would like to welcome all the HODs because this is your hard work in the faculties. You are welcome. And I would also like to welcome our beautiful members of the choir. Then I will come and welcome the people who have made this day possible over the air, from the Directorate of Research and Innovation that are led by Professor Makubele. Thank you very much, Prof. I can see how people are so beautiful today. It's because you've got those beautiful girls there. I know they can't let things down. They make sure that we are all beautiful. I'm wearing heels for them today. So I'm welcoming them. I'm welcoming all our colleagues from teaching and learning, from the Directorate of Research Innovation, our directors, everybody, you are welcome. Don't feel that you are excluded if I didn't mention you. You are all welcome. As I open this event, because I heard my colleague saying, I don't want to say anything, Professor said I mustn't say anything. That's not true. I didn't say he mustn't say anything. It's just that when he has powers, you are in trouble. Give your powers to Dr. Zaka, you will see. But today I want to talk about the University of Venda and the significance of this day. This university is one of those universities that is bold. This university, knowing its history and knowing where it comes from, it's not scared to take bold steps. This university stood up and said, we will be relevant and we will be entrepreneurial and we will engage. Those are huge, bold steps, because you can't do that if you don't have resources. But this university says, with the minimal resources we have, we will make sure it happens. This university is known by all the other 25 universities for its best community engagement practices. People come to us in this university to ask, how do you do it? This university makes me proud when we go out there to our colleagues. I remember we were at the University of Free State. Everybody presented what they've been doing, but in this university, it was our students who were presenting. It was not the faculties. It was the students who were giving people the evidence of what is happening in this university. In this university, we have quite a number of humble people, but who are doing big things. This university services University of Cape Town students, Wits University of Waterfront students. They come here because of the type of equipment and labs we have in this university. This university in the FOCAC meeting in China was the first South African university that took the collaboration under the BRICS with China very seriously at a young age, because we just did this seriously last year, but it was shocking when you go to FOCAC to see people who said, we've been in this in 2019, but they have nothing tangible to show. But this university had tangible outputs immediately just from 2023. So what I'm trying to say about this day, this excellency that we are going to celebrate, it's real excellence. We have our professors here that we can't let go of. I can see Prof. Libisi. She's one of our research professors who have proven that she can lead in the health sciences. And when she was retiring last year, I said to Prof. Mlaudzi, we can't let go. Find a way that we keep her, because she really shares unique skills. She was leading in this university in the concept of Ubuntu. This concept is an African concept, a rich concept that we Africans are beginning to be told by other countries about Ubuntu, which is a shame. We are the people who even know how to live it. We are the people who even know how to work under this concept. But I think because of the previous history that we have, we tend to forget who we are, because Ubuntu is part of our being. We were raised to eat in one dish and share. That is how we were raised. We were raised not to eat in front of the other while they are hungry. That is not who we are. That's our identity. But then somehow, some way, we were told this identity is not good and we lost it. But right now, Prof. Libisi and the colleagues in the health sciences decided to lead, to bring that back. So I'm proud to say she's amongst us today, and we are happy to see her because she's one of our stars that we can't let go of. And we are praying that she has more life, because we still need to serve and get more. Then as we talk then about relevance, impact, and engagement, which are the cornerstones of this university, I just want to remind us that what we mean is that we are going to use research to solve societal problems. But when we do that, we have to start by building connections and making space for young people. Young people are innovative researchers. Young people think differently and in diverse ways. Young people have been challenged by life differently than us. And if we want to be relevant and innovative, we cannot exclude them. I know we are scared to, but let us open up, because if we close that door and not allow them to shine and fly and spread their wings, we are in trouble of leaving nothing behind. The way they think is completely different with the way we think. The way they have been raised is completely different from us. No one was negotiating with us. We were beaten up. So we negotiate with them. So that's completely different way of mental structures, how they are built. And therefore, they continue to negotiate, and we are learning to negotiate. Sometimes we give up easily, but they are the ones who can take us to the better future, because they understand better than us how these things work. The technology, they are highly advanced. I have a 2-year baby grandchild in the house. She knows how to open my phone, but it has a password, and he's 2, he can't speak. So my phone stays away from him because he's troubled. And I'm troubled by him because I can't relate what's going on in his network, because we cannot communicate about what makes you able. And when he gets in, he knows exactly where to get YouTube for children. And when he gets there, he knows exactly what he wants to watch. This is a 2-year-old. So how do I think then I can take that child somewhere while I'm still puzzled about how he does all these things? And unfortunately, we can't communicate so that I can understand him and what is happening in his mental structures. So we need these young people. But there are 10 key components that I want us to look at if we really need to be successful. We need interdisciplinarity collaborations. I know as universities and higher education and our funding processes are not there yet, but we are getting late. Because societal challenges such as climate change, public health, social inequalities, and complex and multidimensional. If you are going to talk about climate change, it affects all of us. It affects the nature itself. It affects the earth. Remember now, the methods we were using to clean water are not working, because the air that we have today brings its own pollution to the same water, and now the sand that we use to filter water cannot fight with that pollution in the air. So we need everyone to come together and find these innovative ways of making sure that we provide ourselves life that is of high standard. Addressing these issues that I've mentioned requires knowledge and insights from multiple disciplines. We need natural sciences, we need social sciences, we need economics, we need engineering, we need policy makers, we need everybody together, which is the most difficult thing to do for us in the university, the togetherness part. We need that, and I'm talking to you because I know you are academics, you are the future and you are the present. You can't do it alone. We need each other. So fostering partnerships between researchers across different fields to approach problems from multiple angles, encourage cross-disciplinary teams that can draw on diverse methods and perspectives. I was very proud proud when I was watching our late Professor Ford, may his soul rest in peace, working very closely with Professor Mercado, working on One Health. An indication that when they were thinking about the health, they were opening up their mind and they were beginning to see that all of us have to come in, and we have one of the best niche areas in the university that is called One Health, that all of us can contribute to because it needs all of us. If you still have students who pass a paper on the floor, it shows you we haven't done our job in the social space. Because in the health space, they are trying their best, but me and you in the social space allow them to pass it because we do not understand the environmental challenges that we have. We also need to have stakeholder engagements. Why is it important? Successful research should not be conducted in isolation from those it seeks to help. Engaging with stakeholders such as community, industry leaders, policymakers, and end users ensures the research is relevant, impactful, and applicable to the real world problems. So where do you start conceptualizing your problem if you don't go to the communities? Ask yourself that. So for whom are you conceptualizing it? For yourself? There is no place for me here, there is place for us. So we need the community. So include the stakeholders in the problem formulation stage as well as throughout the research process. Co-design projects with stakeholders to ensure research outcomes align with practical needs and decision-making context. Policy and decision-maker integration. Colleagues, we can't do research anymore if it doesn't speak to our policies. And if we do not engage with the policymakers, there is a problem right there. For research to have a real societal impact, it must influence policy and decision-making. Researchers need to understand how their findings can be translated into policy, and decision-makers need to be aware of the scientific evidence that can inform their actions. Build bridges between academic researchers and policymakers. Develop mechanisms for ongoing dialogue and knowledge exchange, such as policy briefs, consultations, or advisory board. We know Professor Francis does that very well. Problem-driven research focus. It was wonderful in the past when people could do any research. You know, if you want to research how the flies fly and how do they sit on a place to spread their dirty things and all that, that was an amazing thing. You did these observations, you watch the fly and watch the fly for life. But these days, things are different. It was wonderful to be a researcher in the olden days. We are not lucky. Rather than being driven solely by curiosity or academic interest, research aimed at addressing societal challenges should focus on specific real-world problems that affect communities and systems. Our communities are crying out loud. They have water problems. They have energy problems. Hunger, instead of being addressed, it's really becoming worse. Social inequities, no jobs, graduates who do not know where to go. These are our problems, and we need to have research that is responding to that. Formulate research questions based on pressing societal needs and challenges. At Univen, we have taken a stand that says now when a student is submitting a proposal, they need to show which SDGs are they addressing. Yeah, we can't just do research now. We cannot afford that. But we need to know which SDGs are being addressed by our students. What impact will this study have? Because it's a waste of your time and money. Employ methods that allow for applied, actionable insights rather than purely theoretical knowledge. It was nice in the universities in the olden days. You will get to a classroom and do your English. You even close your eyes, impress these young people, speaking it with your nose, speaking it so well they don't hear a thing, poor students, but also they admire you how you are speaking English. It's no longer like that to be a faculty staff member. You can't impress them now. They seem to even know why they are there. You need to be relevant. Societal challenges are often long-term and systematic in nature, meaning they interact with multiple domains: environment, economy, society, over time. Solutions must account for complex interactions and long-term consequences. I am sure if we were doing that, COVID-19 could haven't beaten us the way it did. It could have been far more better. Adopt a system-thinking approach to research. Consider how different parts of society, economic, environmental, and social, are integrated in your research, and assess the potential long-term impact of proposed solutions. Sustainability and resilience should be prioritized. We are struggling with that because we as Africans are resilient people who can live with nothing but live fruitful lives. But when we come to research, we do not bring that resilience into our research. So we need to make those connections and make meaningful innovations using what we have been using, by the way, at home to survive. I remember when we had load shedding for the first time, my children phoned me and said, "Mom, there is no electricity and we are hungry." Then I said, "But were you eating electricity?" And then my daughter was like, "No, we want to cook." I said, "So why can't you cook?" She said, "There is no electricity." Then I said, "But at the back of our house, there's a lot of wood. And we have a price tag. And you are phoning me because you are hungry in your brain. You can't even see. Go, find a way and cook and eat." "Oh, Mom, I didn't think like that." I said, "It's time." That's what the nature does to us. Sometimes we get too comfortable to these innovative ways. Then the nature comes back and hits us hard so that we begin to use the brain. So we also need to have clear communication and knowledge translation. Research findings need to be communicated clearly, and effectively to non-expert audience. I think it is high time we stop using the jargon as researchers. People need to know the findings and see if they can align with you and be able to work with you to solve the societal problems. So we can't go to our people and speak jargon. That doesn't make sense, by the way. Including the general public, decision makers, and industry leaders. Let's work with industry colleagues. Without accessible communication, even high quality research can fail to have the intended impact. Train researchers in science communication and public engagement, Dr. Zak. That's your role now. Train your researchers in public engagement and communication. That's your role. So you have to train them because they don't know how. They know their language, but they don't know the people's language. Utilize diverse channels, media. We are supposed to talk about our research in the media to help our farmers out there, to help our health practitioners out there, public talks, digital platforms, to reach broader audiences. Focus on translating scientific data into formats that are understandable and actionable for different stakeholders. We know that Prof. Besong, in his research, he at some point was working with wastewater, which is coming out of me and you. But the way you listen at it, you think it's another wastewater. But he was really investigating our urines. So the language should really come to our level where we know that, okay, this research is really trying to find out the level of infections of COVID-19, and it's using our urines. Then that is speaking to us. Because when we were talking COVID, we never thought about urine. We were told about skin. Do you still remember the horrible time of COVID? Because you are all beautiful as if you were not there. The skin, the contact was scary. But also there were other ways of exploring. And our researchers were highly active there. But then the language needed to be our language to talk to us. Flexibility and adaptability. Societal challenges evolve over time. We are from COVID to other things, and new information or changing circumstances may require adjustment in research approaches and priorities. So I think our methodologies are supposed to change, colleagues, because the old ones didn't help us. Encourage flexible research designs that can adapt to new information or changing stakeholder needs. Create mechanisms for rapid response to emerging challenges or crises, e.g. pandemics, environmental disasters. Ethical considerations. I wanted to talk about this at the end, and inclusivity, because this is an issue. Research must take into account ethical considerations, ensuring that it benefits diverse groups, equitable, and avoid unintended harm. In South Africa these days, we want to make money more than we want to change people's lives. And that is unethical. Ethical practices is when your research will inform everyone in diverse groups at all levels of our society and make a difference in their lives. Money will come later. Inclusive research practices ensure that underrepresented or marginalized voices are heard and considered. One day I heard one of our colleagues from the villages, an old man who was so smart about beehiving. And I listened and I was like, this huge knowledge that is coming out of this person who thinks he can come and teach in a university, we need to rethink how we deal with things. We have people in our society that are well versed with knowledge that is very rich, that could take us forward. But let's open up and provide them space. They do not need the degree you got, because you don't even know that with your degree you got. They know it without the degree. So think broader and bring them and work with them, but in a fair, ethical manner. Incorporate ethical review processes into the design and conduct of research projects. Engage with diverse populations, especially those disproportionately affected by societal challenges, and integrate their perspectives into the research process. Adequate funding and institutional support. Interdisciplinarity. It's problem-driven, and collaborative research often requires more resources. Where is my save? Than traditional academic projects. Long-term societal research requires sustained funding and institutional support. Seek funding models that support interdisciplinary and cross-sector partnerships. I'm so happy, NRF. In our meeting last time, we were looking at developing more centers, looking at the national centers. You have just given us a lot of money for 2 big projects in the country where all researchers from these 26 institutions are working. And you are forcing NRF the collaboration. So I am so happy about that. That is coming up. Ensure academic institutions provide infrastructure and incentives for this type of research. So now, when we give you an award, we are going to look at these things. I'm not talking about them just for talking. We are going to look, are you in the interdisciplinary space? Are you working with others? Are you giving the voice to those who are voiceless? Then your award will be tied to all those things. evaluation and impact assessment is very important, colleagues. We can even waste money if we don't do it. To know whether research is truly addressing societal challenges, it is important to assess the outcomes and impacts on society. And when we talk about impact, I'm not talking about impact size on journals. I am talking about impact on society. Continuous evaluation can help improve research design and implementation. We have to develop metrics to assess the real world impact of research, incorporate monitoring. Look at UJ, they are on top because of their real world research, monitoring and evaluation as part of the research cycle, with a focus on how findings are applied and whether societal benefits are achieved. By focusing on these components, research can more effectively address societal challenges, leading to innovative solutions, and these solutions will contribute to resilient, equitable, and sustainable outcomes. I thank you and welcome.
Vice Chancellor and Principal, I'm sure you'll agree with me that despite the fact that you have now been with the University of Venda for quite a number of years, you'll be astonished to note that among the audience, there are some who will be seeing you for the first time today. Most of them used to see you on the screens, television screens, social media, pictures. And I can assure you this will be confirmed by the attentiveness of the audience as you'll be expressing your message. So ladies and gentlemen, on this note, I would like to invite to the podium the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Venda, Professor Bernard Ntambeleni, who will come and express words on excellence. Please join me as I welcome Professor Ntambeleni to the podium.
Thank you, Program Director, Dr. Zaga. Let me acknowledge the presence of the DVC, Professor Feza, and also the DVC Teaching and Learning, Professor Kalakala, and also DVC Corporate Services, Dr. Martin. In the same vein, I think also to acknowledge the presence of the Mayor, Tulamet Local Municipality Mayor, Councillor A.S. Rambuda. Thank you, ma'am, for honoring us with your presence. And also the Principal of the Vembe Tibet College, Ms. Asani Legani. Thank you so much for honoring us. Together with your Deputy Principal, Ms. Boy, you are most welcome. Also want to acknowledge that Executive Deans that Professor Feza already mentioned. We are happy to have you here. This is the fruit of your labor that you are celebrating this morning. Let me also recognize the presence of the DG, Deputy DG from the DSI, Dr. Mboneni Mope. Thank you for your support. We are always dependent upon your support. Every time when we call, you also make sure that you are available. Thank you so much. I've seen also Professor Mpandeli. Thank you for joining us this morning. Also the Senior Specialist for Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation at the NRF, Ms. Dube. We are pleased also to see you. The SMC that is here, also the co-directors of our Confucius Institute, Professor Eric Maruta and also Professor Grace Gee. You are most welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed researchers, academics, innovators, and also honored guests, you're most welcome this morning. I'm going to just briefly share some few thoughts. Professor Fez has done a very good job just to locate in context the importance of research, that we don't just do research for the sake of doing research. Research has to really begin to address the social needs of the communities that we live by. So we should not be these ivory towers where we just want to do this curiosity-driven research, which is not translated to tangible outcomes for our communities. We have gathered here to recognize and celebrate the excellence, hard work, dedication, commitment, and outstanding achievement of our esteemed scholars. This is a truly joyous occasion and a moment for celebration for our university. Program Director, I'm pleased that we have kept the momentum and the culture of celebrating this wonderful achievement of our researchers annually as we do. And this is one of those events that I really look forward to and never wish to miss because of its importance in the life of the university. It is indeed a great pleasure for our university to celebrate the outstanding research achievements of our esteemed scholars. To our scholars, we have gathered here to recognize and honor your groundbreaking work, your dedication, and also the passion for advancing knowledge. Because that's what research is all about, to advance knowledge. To all our award recipients, congratulations to you as well for this well-deserved recognitions. Your innovative research has not only elevated our university's reputation, but also contributed significantly to your respective fields. It is because of your hard work that we enjoy a good ratings amongst universities here in the country and also elsewhere. The fact that the Times Higher Education ranked us number 15 in its ranking of the best universities in South Africa for 2023 stems from the groundbreaking excellent research and innovation, amongst others, by the people we are about to honor this morning. Your commitment to research excellence inspires all of us here. You have demonstrated exceptional scholarship, creativity, perseverance, and we are proud to have you as part of our academic community. I would like particularly to express gratitude to our research office for supporting and facilitating innovative projects. To the collaborators also and partners, we say thank you for your invaluable contributions to our research work. I also want to emphasize a point about the importance of research in the development and advancement of humankind, which is what we are here for. You, the scholars, researchers, and academics, you must never underestimate the value you are adding to the body of knowledge, because yours is such to contribute to the body of knowledge. It is the cumulative effect of your work that raises the profile and reputation of our university. So in that score, your work inspires even future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, innovation and technology has advanced on the back of a human desire to solve specific problems. So any discovery that we know, even today, came as a result of a desire to solve a specific problem, let alone a desire to enhance our lives. How do we ensure that we can see and work through the darkness? How do we best keep production going through the night, even in the absence of human beings? How do we ensure that we are able to protect populations from viral diseases such as pandemics? How do we communicate with those that are in far places and beyond our shores, and also in other horizons? Now, these are some of the problems or questions that has kept great minds restless. It is these questions that have led serious innovations and discoveries that has made our civilization involve in leaps and bounds. From the invention of the steam engine to electricity, from the discovery of the force of gravity to invention of aeroplanes, from electromagnetic waves to telephones, from navigation to gunpowder, from computers to robots, the human mind has been striving to advance humanity, and we call that civilization. Benjamin Franklin's discovery of electricity, Tesla's invention of alternative current, and Thomas Edison's invention of light bulb has solved one of the humanity's big problems, darkness. Today we can walk and talk, study without hindrance of darkness, thanks to these great minds. We travel by air from one continent to another, thanks to our ability to manipulate the force of gravity, discovered by Isaac Newton. We navigate our airspace, oceanic waters, and roads, thanks to Galileo Galilei's invention of compass. We sit comfortable in our homes, listening to TV, or watching TV, listening to radio, or chatting to the loved ones through smartphones, thanks to the discovery of the electromagnetic waves by Heinrich Hertz. Although Christian Huygens' pendulum watch gave us an accurate measure of time, it was John Harrison's chronometer that has enabled human beings to determine their longitude at sea and made our navigation much easier and faster. Here in our own country, South Africa, who can forget Christian Neethling Barnard, a cardiac surgeon who performed the first world human-to-human transplant operation, and also Mashudu Chifularo, born in this region, who performed the world's first transplant of the 3D printed bone for reconstructive middle ear implants. These are just but few of the inventions among many that the human species has advanced to better its life. By patenting these inventions, these great minds have engraved their names on the canvas on which human existence is written. They left a mark on the tapestry on which our lives are now hanging. But it is the commercialization of their products that has seen our economies grow, because with that comes the spin-off in terms of money. Whereas the principles of science have remained the same, civilization has evolved on the back of what Israel economics, Joseph Schumpeter, called creative destruction. Thus, what we consider today as the best in technology, it is tomorrow's fossil, which will be rendered obsolete by the new technologies that I mentioned. Take telephony, for example. The emergence of the mobile telephones has rendered the landline telephone obsolete. Our communication with the world is no longer fixed on a pole, but has become instant and can happen anywhere. The concept of time and space have in the process been altered by these inventions. Hence, we are able to communicate despite the distance and location. The reality is that our civilization has been undergoing a constant and rapid transformation with attendant consequences, not at least in the 21st century. The dawn of this century has also heralded serious challenges in our lives. The fourth industrial revolution that we are now underway has also been marked by innovations such as the artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, and also blockchain technology. Now, all these technologies, they come with their own challenges. And as researchers, we have to grapple with these. How do we ensure that we don't allow these technologies to erode human intelligence? Because there's a danger in that. How do we ensure that these technologies doesn't lead to job losses? There is also potential to that. How do we ensure that these technologies doesn't spread fake news as we do know now, where we are not able to distinguish between fake news and the real news? So those are the challenges that we have to think about, that these technologies should not override human intelligence. So my overarching message I wish to convey to you this morning is that our research must address these pressing global challenges that seeks to improve human lives and contribute to the betterment of society. And this is what at the University of Venda we pride ourselves about. And this is the point that Professor Feza spoke eloquently about the research that is to address the needs of communities and societies. I say this because we have scholars making groundbreaking research in addressing global challenges such as climate change, pandemics, poverty, inequalities, among others, here at the University of Venda. Some of the researchers we are honoring today are focused on improving human health, on disease prevention, medical breakthroughs, healthcare, and also access. Meanwhile, our social scientists are also tackling issues of social justice, equality, human rights, and also inclusivity. And some of our distinguished recipients are doing excellent work in community outreach, initiating the ground for groundbreaking projects that are advancing our communities. A broad spectrum of our research is seized with sustainable development goals, addressing environmental conservation and finding sustainable energy solutions. And we are quite pleased about the work that is happening in the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture along this line. Our output patents has also been growing, and it is crucial that we recognize the great innovations and commercialization of these research outputs. It's only because of those that we can begin to have money flowing into the university because of the commercialization entities. Some of our lecturers are recognized for their sterling work in teaching and learning, supervising our postgraduate students, increasing our throughput rates, and also creating a pipeline for a new generation of academic staff. And that's quite a very important aspect. That is, we celebrate research outputs, we have also to celebrate the teaching and learning outputs, where our researchers are busy doing great work in teaching to ensure that we generate this pipeline of our academic for the institute, for the university system at large. It is on this basis that I wish to underscore and reassure all our stakeholders that we are on track with our vision of university learning and engaged scholarship, producing graduates that are locally relevant and globally competitive. What we are doing today must be seen in the context that, is our efforts to inspire, motivate, and also promote excellence. Also to recognize and reward the effort to boost the morale of our staff and also our students, to encourage them to do more. Program Director, I've decided not to single out names of our award recipients because I do know that list will be read for our audience here this morning. However, I just want to acknowledge the following 5 researchers who published more than 5 units in their research output for 2022. The first one is Professor Tawanda Tavengwa, who published about 10.8 to 7 units. We also recognize Professor Tendai Chari, who also published over about 11.3.44. Also Emeritus Professor Liliana Mamino, who published 9.7692 units. Mr. Herbert Musarurwa, a PhD student, who published 8.3.3.3 units. And lastly, Professor Fam Jidiani, who published 7.6.498 units. I've met with these 5 researchers for us to have a lunch and also just to congratulate them and hand over to them an amount of 100,000 rand each. this was just in recognition of the outstanding research output, where the target, as it were, is for our researchers to produce, I'm not sure, Professor Feza, it's about 1.35 unit. So that's the target for our researchers. We said at least they must produce 1.35 unit. But these researchers, as you have seen, they've produced more than 5, some even twofold. And this is what we are celebrating. Going forward, any researchers at this university who will publish more than 7 units will be eligible also to receive a similar amount as soon as the publication output will have been released by DIET. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to express our sincere gratitude to the research support team that is led by Professor Feza, that has worked tirelessly in supporting our researchers, and without prejudice, we're able to identify eligible recipients for this year's Vice-Chancellor's Excellence Awards for recognitions of excellence in research, community engagement, entrepreneurship, inclusive innovation, commercialization, teaching and learning. For those who did not make the cut this year, please do not despair. Work harder. The Vice-Chancellor's Awards are annual. 2025 could be your year. As we celebrate your achievements, we reaffirm our commitment to supporting you in your endeavors by fostering interdisciplinarity collaborations and nurturing a culture of academic excellence. By focusing on research that solves problems and advance human progress, we can create a better future for all. Once again, congratulations on this outstanding recognition. May your research continue to transform lives, shape futures, and inspire breakthrough. I thank you.
La sisondela kuwe universe, 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 sisondela kuwe universe.
Univen Choir, thank you so much. The windows for these cars are open. LG88GZGP and DJG188L. We are now coming to the moment that we have all been waiting for, where we are going to have different categories of awards. So the first category that we are going to have is teaching and learning, and this will be presented by the Director, Center for Higher Education, Teaching and Learning, followed by awards in community engagement, entrepreneurship, inclusive innovation, and commercialization. And this will be facilitated by our commercialization specialist, Dr. Mlungi Siganto. And the last category of awards will be presented by the Director, Research and Innovation, Professor Jabulani Makubele. Colleagues, may I therefore request you to join me as I welcome the colleagues in that order to the podium, starting with the Director, Center for Higher Education, Teaching and Learning, Professor Murautse, over to you.
colleagues, Limachironi. Good morning. Taking from the cue of the choir, perhaps it would be right to say, long live Univen, long live.
Long live.
Long live Univen, long live.
Long live.
Thank you. Colleagues will agree with me that in academia it is allowed to make use of other people's work. Is that not so? So it means this morning I'm also going to be allowed to make use of the greetings and the recognition that has been conveyed by our principal, Professor Ntambileni, as well as our deputy principal, Professor Nosisi Feza, in recognizing our honored guests and all of you present here, and thus saying all protocol has been observed. It is with great pride and honor this morning that we present one of the most important tripods of the university, that is our lecturers, our teachers, who have excelled. So we are really, really honored to present them today. And another thing that we'd like to say to your principal this morning is that as compared to last year, this year our participants come from all the faculties of the university. So we're very pleased. Despite the fact that we still do not have the numbers that we'd like to have, but we are very, very pleased that we have more than what we had last year. And today we're going to present those participants who have been able to go through all the processes of the assessment that we've had, and they've made it up to the very last one. And there are those that perhaps didn't make it after the first round or the second round. And to them, we are saying, please go and polish up so that 2025 is still there, 2025 is yours. So I'm going to take this opportunity then to present our excellence recipients in the teaching and learning category. And we are also happy to be doing this on the eve of the World's Teachers' Day, which is tomorrow. And colleagues, these participants can gladly participate in what we call National University Teachers Association Awards. Okay. So because the criteria that has been used here is the criteria that is used nationally by all the 26 universities. So it means that from here then, we will be able to forward their names so that they are able to participate in the 2025 NUTA Awards, Excellence Awards. Then we have 4 categories. That is, these categories are according to how our academy is structured. We have junior lecturers, we have lecturers, senior lecturers, as well as professors and associate professors. So we'll start with the junior lecturer category, wherein we have, I'll start from the bottom, moving upwards. We have Mrs. Nyamuso from the Faculty of Science, Environment, Engineering and Agriculture, who's our 3rd recipient. Is she here? Mrs. Nyamuso. And after here we have Miss Machobane, also from the same faculty. Oh, Nyamusa is something with the typing. Apologies. Then our winner in this category. Do we have all of them? Oh. Which one? All of them are getting. Come and tell us. Yes. Each one of them is getting a trophy and yes. Each one of them is getting a trophy and a certificate. Perhaps you shouldn't leave just yet until we've taken the picture for all years, until we have the picture for the category. And the winner in this category is Dr. Masuda. From the Faculty of Health Sciences. Can you just yes. So can we have that official photo?
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yes. Thank you. So that is our category for junior lecturer awards. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Our next category is for lecturers. That is lecturer for excellence in teaching and learning. Then our position 3 goes to Mr. Gapa. Mr. Gapa. Am I correct to say it's from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law? Great. Thank you. And the second one goes to Reverend Mutivi. M.E. Mutivi from the Faculty of Human Social Sciences and Education. Thank you. And our winner in this category is Miss Nechikure. Miss Nechikure M from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law. Is she there? Oh, it seems our winner is not in. Is she coming? Oh. Let's welcome her. Thank you. So here is our winner, Miss Nechikure M. Thank you. So that's our category for lecturers, Lecturer for Excellence Awards. Then our second last category, Senior Lecturers for Excellence. Senior Lecturers, and here, unfortunately, we don't have the second runner-up. We only have 2 people, so only one runner-up and the winner. Right, our second position here goes to Dr. Maria. From the Faculty of Health Sciences. And our winner from the same faculty, Dr. Luhadima. That's our winner, Dr. Luhadima. Thank you. Right, our final category. Or should I say, is it the second last? Yeah, maybe it's the second last. Associate Professors for Excellence in Teaching and Learning. Even with this one, it seems as we move up the ladder, the competition gets too tight. And then even here we only have two people. Okay. So right, we have second place going to Professor Ejopai. From the Faculty of Arts, Science, Engineering and Agriculture. Right, and our winner in this category is Professor Mulowezi. From the Faculty of Human, Social Sciences and Education. Professor Mulowezi here, our winner. She's collecting them. Yeah. Great, congratulations. Now, to our overall winner. Overall winner in this category. By category, I mean the division, teaching and learning. Can you guess?
It's me.
Okay, it's Miss Nechikure. Miss Nechikure. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you. That's all from our division. Thank you.
Dear colleagues, I am here representing our Director of Community Engagement, Entrepreneurship, Inclusive Innovation and Commercialization, Professor Nechandama. We have a few categories and of course an overall winner. I will start with the first one. This is Excellence in Engaged Teaching and Learning. And the award is given to individuals that we utilize exemplary community-based teaching and learning strategies that enhance student learning and engagement in problem solving and focuses on rural development and poverty alleviation. And the winner here is Dr. Takalani Chiwobe. Okay, the next award is Excellence in Community-Based Research. The award is given to an individual or faculty or community teams that provide pertinent data and responses to community needs with a focus on research. And the winner in this category is Dr. Shonisani Chibase. Thank you. And the next award is Excellence in Entrepreneurship Development. This award recognizes individuals or groups who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and impact in fostering entrepreneurial activities, mentorship, and economic growth. This particular award goes to Professor Diko Makia. Thank you. The next award is Excellence in Open Inclusive Innovation. This category recognizes efforts of the academic or a particular individual to work towards protecting their research in terms of intellectual property and working towards commercializing it. And the winner in this category is Dr. Kabatonbi Nechiheni. Congratulations, Dr. Nechiheni. The next award is Excellence in Social Responsibility Projects or Programs. This category considers an individual or faculty or department that makes deliberate efforts to promote UNIVEN's core values of Ubuntu, social responsibility, and volunteer work, or engages in student coaching and mentorship programs for community outreach. And the winner in this category is Dr. T.C. Masuta. The last category is the overall winner in community engagement, entrepreneurship, inclusive innovation, and commercialization. This awardee is recognized to an individual whose community engagement contribution covers a significant area in more than one category. For example, excellence in engaged teaching and learning, excellence in community-based research, excellence in entrepreneurship development, excellence in open, inclusive innovation, and excellence in social responsibility projects. And the overall winner is Professor Diko Makia. Ndoliwa colleagues, that is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Dr. Zaga, leadership of the University of Venda, stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Now we are going to research and innovation category or division. Thank you very much. We are here to recognize excellence in research. Research also includes supervision at postgraduate level. So without any waste of time, allow me to start with Faculty of Health Sciences, postgraduate student output. First category, supervisor with the highest number of master students that graduated during July and November 2023. This award goes to Professor Rufuno Makado.
La Rufuno.
Excellence in supervision. Thank you very much. We will not allow all of them to be on stage because the stage is very small. So when he's done, he descends and then the next one will come. The next category for a supervisor with the highest number of doctoral students. This is the person who has produced doctors.
Yes.
And the person or the award goes to, can you put together the hands for Professor M. Maluleke. Thank you very much, Mifururu. At the University of Venda, we do have special category of researchers. And in this case, we have got an award.
We need Soshana to go and connect people there. This Prof. called Soshana.
Dr. Socha, Usekupi. Wrap it up.
Take care of the ladies in that corner.
That's an instruction.
Staircase. Staircase.
Assist ladies as they
As
descend.
we go down. Yeah.
Thank you very much. This is a special category of researcher with the highest number of doctoral students, and this goes to Professor R.T. Libisi. This is the person the VC and GVC has been speaking about on Ubuntu.
Yes,
Research on Ubuntu. Congratulations. Thank you very much. We as it has been indicated, thank you very much. As it has been indicated, it is a policy that all researchers must produce 1.35. So now I'm going to call those who have gone beyond 1.35 for their recognition. No. This, not this. Okay, thank you. Some point of corrections. Now we are, as the University of Venda, we do recognize women excellence. And the second runners up goes to, for the woman with the most research output in DHET accredited list of journals for the year 2022. And the second runners up is Professor M.S. Mashao. There she is, she's coming. Thank you very much. Now, the association is doing his work. Showing that. Of course not. The first runners up for the women with the most research output in the head accredited list of journals for the year 2022 goes to Professor K.G. Nechisawu. Where is she? I'm trying to look around. In her absence, may I request, or in his absence, the executive dean to come and receive the award. Halala, her sciences, halala. Halala, executive dean, halala.
Halala, female leadership.
Halala. And halala male leadership, halala. And the award for the woman with the most research output in DHET accredited list of journals for the 2022 goes to Professor M.S. Maputle. She's not here. So make a round about Professor Mulauzi. You are shining on stage today.
Halala, health sciences, halala.
Thank you very much. As I indicated, we do have special categories of researchers. Now we have got a special category of adjunct professors with the most research output in DHET accredited list of journals, and the award goes to Professor Rachel Libisi. There she is. Thank you very much. Can we give her a round of applause? Thank you very much. Now we are going to recognize those who have produced at least more than 1.35 units. And here are the following. Prof. Mulawuzi, I think you will have to be on your feet. For Professor Maputle MS. Professor Makado Mfumo. Professor Rachel Dubese, you make a roundabout. Professor Mashawi NS. Professor Nichisawu KG. Dr. Ali Paswa MS. Professor Ramatuba DU. And Professor Shilubana HN. So the executive dean will represent those who are here. You must double yourself. Thank you very much. These are the colleagues from the Faculty of Health Sciences who have produced 1.35 and above. Thank you.
Here's another one.
Yes. Now, we are going for the overall winner from the Faculty of Health Sciences. And the award, as you see, goes to Professor Maputle MS.
Well done, Prof. Here is the...
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to move to the Faculty of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Education. I will start with the first category for student supervision. For master's students who graduated during July and November 2023. And the award goes to Professor M.N. Lambani. Now, we have to give chance to the photographers so that this is captured and kept in the archives of the University of Venda. We are going to the second category. Soldier, make sure that they are taken care of. Thank you very much. The supervisor with the highest number of doctoral students that graduated during July and November 2023 goes to well-decorated advocate Professor P.E. Machize. Where is she? Where is she? She's not in the house. Obviously, Professor Runare has to come on stage and receive the award.
Prof Machita is a she. Prof Machita is a she.
It sounds like I'm jealous. The next category is for women with the most research output in the head accredited list of journals for 2022. And the award, the first runner goes to Advocate Professor P.E. Machize. So, Prof. Runare.
Yeah, it's a she.
We are led. Well dressed. And as they have, the next award for the woman with the most research output in the head accredited journals, list of journals for 2022 goes to Professor, can you guess? TJ Mudau.
You can make it, ladies.
It's a she.
Thank you very much. It's a she. Not jealous. It doesn't pay. We are moving to the category of 1.35 units in the Faculty of Humanities, Social Sciences and Education. I'm going to call the following. Professor Chari, T. Professor Tobejani, TD. Professor Mudau, TJ. Professor Kungwani, MC. Dr. Magananise, FO. Dr. Matoo, EN. Advocate Machize, PE. Dr. Ndu, AS. Dr. Rabuhari, F. And Prof. Runare, the executive team. These are the colleagues who have produced more than 1.25. You are Daru.
Mine is you. And then this one is one move Prof to the other side.
Professor Kungwani, MCC here. He's not here.
One here.
Prof, the EG will have them.
Then it's also
Yeah, he's
Professor
rich.
Runare. Wonderful. Give me a hug. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, you can see Prof. Runare is carrying.
All the accolades to him.
Humanities,
Mefururu. now we are going for the overall in the Faculty of Humanities, Social Sciences and Education. For the most research output in DHET academic list of journals for the academic year 2022. And the award goes to Professor Chari. Not conflicted. Thank you very much. Now we are moving to the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for the supervisor with the highest number of master students that graduated during July and November 2023. And the award goes to Dr. L.G. Nkondo. It's a she. You can see. It's a she. Congratulations. Congratulations are in order. No jealous.
Yeah, the mothers of It's a she.
The next award goes to the supervisor with the highest number of doctoral students for the third period, July and November 2023. And the award goes to Dr. Mahole. Dr. Mahole, are you in the house? Yes, it's a he. It's a he. It's a he. With trousers. Like,
He's wearing trousers.
this new move. Congratulations.
He's got pants.
Yes, he does. And then the next category is the researcher with the highest number of master's graduates during July and November 2023. And the awardee is Professor N.M. Ochara.
Prof. Ochara.
It's not here. It's not here. The executive dean.
Deputy Dean.
Deputy Dean, Prof. Mashau. I saw him.
No, Prof. Mashau is from Humanities.
It's Professor Kadiamatimba.
Oh, here, she's
Oh,
here.
thank you. Okay.
Thank you. It's a she.
It's a she.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, the next category of special category of researchers with the highest number of doctoral students goes to Professor L.W. Nkuna. Professor Nkuna is a he. Yes. There he is. It's a he. And he can smile. Say he. You can see the wall. Don't be jealous. Thank you very much. Now we are moving to that category of 1.35. I'm going to call the names and they ascend the stage. Professor Kanyani, I'm told he's not here. Professor Oriagoba, DO. Professor Mujedi, PH. Yes, my apology for wrong pronunciation. And Professor Onyeju. Are they not all here?
They are not here.
Yeah. It's a he. It's a he. Welcome, friend. It's a he. It's a he. Congratulations.
He's wearing pants. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. VC, now this is not common, but the overall for the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law is Professor Kanyani, the Executive Dean. Unfortunately, he's not here, but there is a representation. Say he.
The world of
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to the biggest faculty in the university. It's not a secret. It's well known. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now we are going to start with supervision. Supervisors with the highest number of master students who graduated during July and November 2023. And the first award goes to Professor F. Fushai. It's a he. It's a he. Now the he is dominating. It's a he.
Congratulations, Prof.
It's a he. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now we go to the second category of supervisors with the highest number of doctoral students who graduated during the said period. And here we have got the tie. And my understanding or my ears, I assume they are all his. Professor J. Zuaringwe and Professor J. Francis. Professor Francis, there he is. And wow, it's on time and I'm so handsome today.
Well done.
Congratulations. Congratulations. These are the he's.
They are his.
And you can hear the noise from the back. He's our father. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Now we are going to the special category of researchers with the highest number of masters. And the award goes to Professor W. Gitari. Prof. Gitari. He's not here. The executive dean, Natasha. It's a he. It's a he. Guitar, yes.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Prof. Hospital. It's a he.
Don't move away too much.
Again, with the special category of researchers with the highest number of doctoral students goes to Professor Gitari.
Wow!
It's a he. It's a he. Manzo. Now, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to call those who have produced 1.35. And not okay. Women, I must go. Thank you very much for the correction. Is it? I'm told I'm jealous. Now it's a she, not really. Women with the most research output in the head accredited list of gender. For 20 obvious women, it's a she. The second runners-up goes to Dr. B.M. Kilonzo. Dr. Kilonzo, where is she?
Where is she?
She seems not to be around.
Prof. Murulana.
Prof. Murulana.
I know, don't, Prof. Prof. Murulana must come and collect for her the she.
Then he will do the collection for the she. And the first runners up for women with the most research output in the head list of journals goes to Professor E. Ngwanu. It's a she.
It's a she.
These are women's recognition of excellence. It's a she.
Representing her.
And the next award is for the woman with the most research output in the head accredited list of journals, Dr. S.E. Ramashia. Thank you very much. Now we are going to the special category of academics or researchers with the most research output in the GHED accredited list of journals for the year 2022. The award goes to Professor N.T. Avengwa. Is he in the house? It's a he. It's a he. Avengwa is a he. Special category. It's a he. And the deputy dean is a he.
It's a he. He's wearing pants.
Now I'm going to call for the recognition of those who have produced 1.35 in the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture. And they are as follows. Professor Tavengwa, the Deputy Dean should come back. Professor Mamino, is she in our midst? It's a she. Professor Gideon, it's a he. I doubt if he's in the house. Professor Hill,
It's a hill.
Professor Kitari, Professor Gumbo. This one is in the house. Professor Pandey, ascend to the stage. And Professor Hill. These are special categories of researchers. So the majority of them might not be around because they are stationed elsewhere. Professor Pandeli, I saw him in the house.
Congratulations, Prof.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to, the list from the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture is very long. Again, for those who produce 1.25, those who are here, do you have Professor? Professor Besson. Okay, I should read. Go this one. Because this one's not here. Ladies and gentlemen, just allow me just for 2 minutes. I won't go through everything, but just to highlight the contribution Professor Mbadeli is doing to the society. Professor Sylvester Mbadeli holds a PhD and is an executive manager, water utilization in agriculture at the Water Research Commission of South Africa since May 2018. He was the research manager responsible for the water utilization in agriculture, key strategic areas, from May 2013 to April 2018. He's an adjunct professor at the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture at the University of Venda since August 2013. Can we give him a round of applause? It's been a while. He was the chairman, African Regional Working Group of the International Commission on Irrigation and Drainage from 2014 to 2017, and the deputy chairman, South African National Committee on Irrigation and Drainage from 2015 to 2022. In 2022, he was elected chairman of the South African National Committee on Irrigation and Drainage until 2025. He represents the South African Regional Irrigation Association at the International Executive Council of ICID. On 7th September 2024, he was elected chairperson of the Permanent Committee for Technical Activities at the IEC meeting of ICID in Sydney, Australia. Don't ask me what IEC is. Currently, is a board member at the Applied Center for Climate and Earth Sciences Science, board member at the South African Weather Service from 2022 to 2024. He is part of the Climate Change Advisory Team that advises Premier of Gauteng Province, in South Africa on climate change, water, and agricultural issues. He is the former chairperson of the Water JPI Advisory Board of the European Commission from 2019 to 2023. He does not only serve us, even those who are in Europe. And co-chairs of the NRF, South Africa, National Research Foundation, and NWO, which is a funding body at the Netherlands. Advisory Committee from 2020 to 2025. In 2022, he was elected as Vice President of the ICID until 2025. Before joining the Water Research Commission, Professor Mpandeli worked at the Department of Environmental Affairs as Director, Climate Change Adaptation Resource Sector between October 2012 to April 2013. He was also a special advisor on climate change adaptation issues at the same department for a period of about 3 years, from 2009 to September 2012. He worked at the Agricultural Research Council, Institute for Soil, Climate and Water for 9 years. 4 years as a researcher focusing on agro-meteorology, and then 5 years as a program manager responsible for climate change issues at the same institution. He worked at the University of Pretoria, Department of Plant Production and Soil Science for 2 years as a research assistant. Professor Mpandeli was one of the climate change adaptation negotiators at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, representing our government, South African government, from 2006 to 2012. He has earned the following degrees between 1997 to 2006. Bachelor in Agriculture from University of Venda. He is our alumni. 2 honors degrees in Horticulture and Land Use Planning from the University of Pretoria in 1998 and 2002. Master's degree in Agronomy and Irrigation in 2001 from University of Pretoria. He also obtained a postgraduate diploma in Research and Development from ICRA in the Netherlands in 2004. He obtained his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Climatology from the University of Witwatersrand in 2006. He has been involved in research and development and innovation for the past 25 years, focusing on agriculture, water, energy, and food nexus. Agricultural, water management, climate change, adaptation, amongst others. Currently, these particular areas of interest are climate change adaptation, food security, water, energy, food nexus, agriculture, water management, leadership, and governance, amongst others. Professor Mpandeli has published more than, can you put the hands together before I mention? 300 scientific papers, chapters, books, technical reports, popular articles, and conference and workshop proceedings. In 2022, he has established Professor Sylvester Mpandeli Awards, sponsoring 3 best BSc final year students in 3 disciplines: soil science, horticulture science, and hydrology and water resources, here at the University of Venda. He has donated 150,000 to the university coffers from his research output as token of appreciation. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Joining him on stage, I'm calling upon Dr. Bamidele. Is he here? Professor Pesong?
Yes, yes, yes.
My leader, where are you? There he is. Professor Bikam? Is not here. Deputy Dean will stand for him. Professor Chakwi Zira? Professor Chakwi Zira? Professor Dr. Dondofema? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. because this is the biggest faculty, as I've indicated. They can't fit on the stage. Prof. Edopai. It's a he. Professor Garira, is he here? Before I can release those on stage, I don't want flooding on the stage. Prof. Gitari, not here.
Not here.
Professor Gumbo is not here. Professor Guata. Prof. Guata is not here. Prof. Ingwani, not here. Prof. Kabanda is not here. Dr. Kilonzo is not here as well. Prof. Magala.
He's here. I saw
It's
him.
a he. It's a he. It's a he. Look at the smile. Don't be jealous. It's a he. Look at the walk as well. Prof. Maluta. It's a he. There it is. Prof. Mashawi, ME. Prof. Matiba, FI. Dr. Mutoti, FI. Prof. Ndongmo. Prof. Natengwe, I saw you. Prof. Natengwe. He's here. It's a he. It's a he. Prof. Ogola. Yeah, somebody is sabotaging us. It's a sabotage. Yeah, there is sabotage because the recipients are the he's. Prof. Watayo. Hey, it's a he. Dr. Onife. Onife. Dr. Ramashia. Professor Shatei. Prof. Shatei is a he. Prof. Gauge is a he. Prof. Shatei, Prof. Gauge, they are not here. Prof. Gauge is here, but Prof. Shatei is not here. It's a he. Thank you very much. Now we are going for the overall winner in the Faculty of Science, Engineering, and Agriculture. For the most research output in DHEAD accredited list of journals for 2022. And the award, VC, goes to the he. Professor Madala.
Please.
We are going for Univen postdoctoral research fellows, and with the most research output in the head of journals, and the award goes to Dr. O.O. Onipe, who is not here, but the Deputy Dean will come and receive the award on her behalf. Professor Murulana.
Thank you so much.
We're still congratulating Professor Madala. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Professor Madala.
Thank you.
We know you. The next category I'm going to call, they will not fit on the stage, so as I call them, they receive their awards and they move on. Thank you very much. Now, the University of Venda is recognizing rated researchers.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So, I'm going to call those who are Y-rated, and we have got 6 Y-rated, Y2 rated at the University of Venda. I'm starting with Dr. S. M. Shongo. It's a he. It's a he. Congratulations. His research specialization is on mining and environmental geology and environmental science. The next person to receive the award is Professor Edokwai, promising young researcher. It's a he on environmental sciences, chemical sciences, water resources, and environmental engineering. The next rated Y2 researcher is Dr. S.A. Olo Sibini. Y2 rated researcher is the awardee here.
It's a she who is standing up
It's
there.
a he. Is Faculty of Management. This specialization is on terrorism and violence, crime and racism, biopsychosocial content, criminal behavior, criminological theories, and delinquent behaviors. The next awardee goes to Dr. Iwara, Y2 on rural development. Dr. Iwara, great, it's a he. It's a he. While he's ascending the stage, allow me to call a promising young researcher. I don't know how we arrive here. Now I'm going to call the C3 to be recognized by the Vice Chancellor. I will start with Professor C. Sigauge, who is on probabilistic electricity demand forecasting and solar energy. It's a he. You can see the he dominating. Not really. Allow me to call also Professor Muale. Muale. It's a she. Specializations are animal production, animal nutrition, animal health, household food security. The next C3 rated researcher is Professor MP Chisikawe. He researches on ethnobotany, applied plant ecology.
Alala, alala, Prof. Chisikawe, alala.
Alala.
He's a neighbor.
The next,
Alala, alala, Prof.
whilst he's ascending the stage, his C3 rated researcher is Dr. J.P. Kabwengandu on human enteric viruses, viral gastroenteritis, norovirus diversity, big English. Where is he? It's not around.
Not around. Alala, 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 is it a she or a he?
It's a he. And then the next C3 rated researcher is Professor A.N. Traore Hoofman. It's a she on tuberculosis, HIV, water quality, and enteric pathogen.
It's a she.
It's a she. And the next one on the line is Professor Anchiria, C3 rated researcher on business management and economic sciences.
It's a she, isn't it?
It's a he, fortunately. Vice Chancellor and the Principal, allow me to call C3 rated researcher who specializes in mathematics education. And the person is our DVC for this. The person is Professor N. Feza. And another C3 rated on the line is Professor S.A. Mulobezi. On leadership in early childhood education, life skills education, inclusive education, and music for young children. It's a she. It's a she, not jealous. The next rated researcher is Professor Esma Pute, C3 rated on maternal health, child health, sexual and reproductive health. Professor Mlauzi is a she.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next one is it's Professor J.C. Makubele, who is in public health, social work issues, substance abuse, disability.
Yes, she got me. I wanted to skip that. Now we are moving to C2 rated researchers. At the university, we are doing well in this space, and we are increasing. We're moving at a faster pace, VC. We are having workshops time and again to work on our applications, and as well on article writing. On C2, we have got Professor Jane Dongmo. Is he in?
Prof. Dongo.
He's not here.
In,
but he specializes on applications of Lie groups to differential equations, Lie algebras, and mathematical finance. It's a he. And Professor Shonyala Atmo Shonai is in the house. It's a he.
It's a he. Professor Shonai,
He specializes on cells stress and caperuns, infectious diseases, and malaria. C2 rated research.
Well done, my professor. Well done.
And then on the list, I do have the executive dean of the Faculty of Science, Engineering, and Agriculture.
It's a
It's
she.
a he. Professor Natasha Bochtel. It's a she.
It's a she.
And then we have another C2 rated researcher, Professor J.J.O. Udiambo.
Professor Odiambo. It's a he.
Great. Specializes on soil fertility and plant nutrition.
Alala Prof Odiambo. Alala.
Allah, Mufururu. It's a he. The next on the list is Professor I have to be careful. Situated researcher, Professor Irene Baron. Baron who? Yeah. Baron Won. Thank you, got it. It's a she. She specializes on freshwater aquatic sciences with an emphasis on aquatic endocrine disruption. Ecotoxicology. It's a she. And then we have got Professor Shatei, C2 rated researcher. He's not here. The deputy dean will stand for him. He specializes on fluid mechanics, non-Newtonian fluid mechanics, and fluid dynamics. And then we have got Professor Tiko Magia, C2 rated researcher. There he is. It's a he. Look at the wall. Wow. So gentle. It's a he. Researches on applied clay mineralogy, environmental geology, medical geology, and geochemistry. The next awardee is Dr. M. Bonato. Is it a he or she? It's a she. Is she around? No. But she specializes on zoology, animal behavior, animal welfare, and reproduction physiology. Professor Guata, E.T.
He's not here.
It's not here.
Prof Kwada. Halala Prof Kwada. Halala.
Situated researcher on plant breeding, plant genetics. The next candidate or awardee is Professor A.I.O. Jitian. Situated researcher is our adjunct professor.
Halala. It's a he.
It's a he. He specializes on food science, cereal science, starch chemistry, food and nutrition, protein chemistry, food chemistry, and food microbiology. Another C2 related researcher, I see people are tired. Can you relate a bit? It's Professor Jagede A.O. He specializes on international human rights, law, and climate change. The representative from the faculty will come. It's a he. And then other C2 rated researcher is Professor Harry Mungezi. Situated researcher on public administration, local government, and public service. It's a he. It's a he. And in absentia, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law, Professor Mjingwa Kanyani, situated researcher on public policy, government, public management and administration, political science and public policy. It's a he. We should not forget. But we will change very soon. Listen to what I'm saying. The next situated researcher is Professor D.U. Ramatua. Reproductive sexual health, oncology for adolescent sexual health, male and female, reproductive cancers, and HPV, HIV, and health service management.
Look at the walk. She's a she.
It's a she. It's a she. Now, VC, I'm moving to C1 at the University of Venda. We do have 3 C1 rated researchers. The first one is Professor A. Sami. It's a he. Is he in the house? There he is. Wow, congratulations. We are doing well on this place. And the next candidate is a he. You are sure? Wow. You are prophetic. Oh, yes. Is Professor Lawrence Swanepoel, who moves from Y2 to C1. It's a he. It's an interim faculty chair at the University of Venda. The research is on wildlife management, wildlife population estimation, wildlife ecology, wildlife modeling, wildlife conservation, and agroecology. And the next candidate is Professor Chari. Professor Chari moved from C3 to C1. He specializes on political communication, media representation, media ethics, and digital media. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Professor Chari. We are competing with the best in the country.
Yes.
VC. We have got B-rated researchers here in the University of Venda. First one is B3 Professor Michael Chimonyo. He says he is in the house. Probably in the field doing research. He specializes in characterization in animal genetic resources. The next B-rated researcher and his B2 is Professor Moodley, YM. Professor Moodley, not A. It's a he specializes on molecular ecology, evolutionary genetics, phylogeography, microbial evolution, genomics, population, genetics, and bioinformatics. And the last one on my list, B2 rated researcher. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for Professor Pascal Besson. Does research on HIV drug resistance, HIV genetic diversity, HIV molecular genetics, HIV 99, and AIDS global health, opportunistic infections, and global health. It's a he. So we are closing with the he.
Yes, because he has to make sure we are safe.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, now we are recognizing external awardees, people who got recognition beyond here where we are. And the winners in the Mail and Guardian 200 Young South Africans 2024 are the following. And I will call their names and they come to be recognized by the leadership behind me. The first one is Dr. S.K. Silahle. She's a lecturer in the Department of Chemistry, Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture. Not here. Thank you very much. The second person who appeared on the Mail and Guardian 200 Young South Africans 2024 is Dr. T.G. Makado. He's a junior lecturer in Advanced Nursing Science, Faculty of Health Sciences. Congratulations. Over and above our recognition, it's a Thank you very much for the recognition, for the excellence. The next category is for the winner of the World Heritage Irrigation Structures Award. And this award has been awarded in Australia. I think you heard me when I read the biography. To Professor Sylvester Mpande. Professor Mpande. It's a he. It's a he. The last recognition is about the appointment as a fellow of the South African Royal Academy of Sciences. And this recognition goes to Professor Admo Shonai, Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture. It's a he. He recently hosted a very big conference in his area of research. Dr. Zaga. Yeah, he has to get an award. It's a he. I think I've done what I was expected to do. Now I'm handing over back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, colleagues. Let's give the three colleagues a very big round of applause. Professor Feza, in case you are not aware,
Yes, my director.
Professor Bandri is my brother. It's a he. Thank you so much, colleagues. My observation is that the atmosphere in this room befits the stature of this event. I don't know if you also have a similar observation.
You didn't bring music.
No,
Bands.
Indian choir is here.
But they are not singing all the time.
Okay, next time. Thank you so much, colleagues. Let's give ourselves a very big round of applause for that. Union Choir, come and impress Professor Feza.
Ukhabanika bukhahla mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone 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 Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone Professor Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone Professor Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone Professor Mahloli mutsiriri Tawubone
Inven Choir, thank you so much. Colleagues, we are moving on with our program, and I would like to take this opportunity and invite Deputy Vice Chancellor, Teaching and Learning, Professor Sebiri Kalakala, who will come and express a congratulatory message on behalf of internal stakeholders. Professor Kalakala, over to you.
Vice Chancellor, Professor Ntabuleni, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Professor Feza, Dr. Martin, ladies and gentlemen, executive deans that are here, deputy deans, directors, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the brilliant, beautiful, hardworking recipients of the Vice Chancellor Academic and Research Awards. It is an absolute honor again for me to stand before you as we celebrate the outstanding achievements of our academics and researchers. This ceremony is a testament of the dedication, hard work, and relentless pursuit of knowledge that defines our institution, University of Venda. First and foremost, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to academic recipients of this. Your academic excellence and significant contribution to academia and innovation have not only advanced the university, but have set a remarkable standard for all of us to follow. Your achievements are a reflection of your commitment to excellence, and they inspire us all. Today, we are not only recognizing academic, but also celebrating the profound impact of research in shaping academia in the enduring spirit of inquiry. In a world where boundaries of knowledge are constantly expanding, your accomplishments shine as a beacon of what we can be achieved through perseverance and dedication. The Vice Chancellor Academic Awards represents more than recognition of individual success. They embody our institution's collective commitment to fostering a culture for academic excellence, intellectual curiosity, and innovation. The awards serve as an inspiration to others, motivating them to strive for their own success and to realize the impact that knowledge can have on shaping a better future. Employers and institutions often recognizes academic achievement as an indicator of a candidate's potential for success, and these awards can serve as a stepping stone towards new opportunities and accomplishments. Beyond individual success, contributions recognized here today play a crucial role in the advancement of our society. Academic Excellence Awards not only open doors to scholarship, internship, and career prospects, but they also highlight the responsibility we all share in driving a positive change. You are the future leaders, innovators, and change makers in your respective fields. Your achievements today serve as a reminder that excellence is not just about intellect, but about perseverance and a willingness to push the boundaries. You have set a high standard for yourself, and for that, we commend you. Research excellence is not just an acknowledgement of your accomplishments. It reflects a human spirit, innate curiosity, and relentless pursuit of knowledge. It affirms that knowledge is a living entity, constantly evolving with its new discovery. In a world filled with information, the ability to transform data into meaningful knowledge is a rare and an invaluable skill. Your research has expanded our understanding, sparked our curiosity and others, and laid the foundation for future innovations. It has not only impacted academia, but also reverberated through industries, communities, and policy making, influencing decision making that shape the future of our world. We live in time of unprecedented challenges and opportunities. The solution to the complex issues we face will be driven by research excellence, which illuminates the path to sustainability and addresses the global health crisis, as well as drives the technological advancement that shapes our lives. You are an embodiment of a shared vision to make positive impact through knowledge, and I acknowledge your continue to work with the same passion and dedication that has brought you to this moment. To those that are recognized for community engagement is not just a term. It represents a way of life, a responsibility to uplift those around us and strengthen the fabric of society. It is essential that we acknowledge the scholarly nature of community engagement through this Excellence Awards. To our awardees who have led a change through community engagement, you have shown what it means to be stewards of your communities. Your actions are not just personal achievements, they are vital contribution to our collective humanity. Your dedication and compassion are a source of inspiration for us all, and your work reminds us of the transformative power of service. To all awardees, these awards come with responsibility to continue pushing the boundaries of knowledge and to inspire others to do the same. In academia, research, and community engagement, we are not merely observers, but active participants in shaping the future. Your discoveries, ideas, contributions have the power to change the world. As torchbearers of progress, your impact will extend far beyond today, influencing generations to come. As we celebrate your accomplishment, I urge you to share knowledge and experience with others. Mentorship and collaboration drive innovation and progress. By guiding and inspiring others, you will leave an indelible mark in the world. Let these awards remind you that excellence is not a destination, but a journey. The pursuit of knowledge should be a lifelong endeavor, a continuous commitment to learning and growth. Every challenge presents an opportunity to adapt and emerge stronger. Behind every award is a story of support and encouragement. I would like to take this moment to also recognize the role of family, friends, and your mentors. Your encouragement and guidance believe in you, and you have been instrumental in this, instrumental in your success. This is a shared victory, and we celebrate it with all of you. In closing, I once again offer my heartfelt congratulations to all the recipients of the Vice Chancellor Academic and Research Awards. Your achievements brings great pride to our institution, and I have no doubt that you will continue to excel in your academia, in your research, and in your community engagement endeavors. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your commitment to the pursuit of knowledge. You are the future of the academia. You are the future of research. You are the future of community engagement. And I look forward to seeing the incredible contributions you will make in this year and years to come. Congratulations. May your journey of excellence continue to inspire us all. Thank you. Ke a leboha Nkobo. Ke a leboha.
Thank you so much, Professor Ikalakala, Deputy Dean, Deputy Vice Chancellor's Teaching and Learning. Colleagues, we have in our midst the Deputy Director General in the Department of Science and Innovation, Dr. Boleni Mwope, who will come and talk on behalf of external stakeholders. Please join me as I welcome Dr. Mwope to the podium.
Good afternoon, and I want to really take this opportunity to acknowledge not only your presence, Vice Chancellor Ntamberini, but also your leadership. We can see where we are going, and I think that is very important. I want also to thank the whole executive of the University of Venda, and most importantly, the worker bees, who are the people that we are recognizing here today. A university is not a good university because of only the executive. They can do a good job of leading and everything. But if those of you who have been recognizing here today haven't really come to the forth and do the good work that you have been doing, we will, as we used to say many years back, still classify the university as a push university. But one of the things that we are excited about, and as Professor Ntamberini has indicated, this is a university on the rise. This is a university that has not only started to make waves in terms of the academic impact, but we also see the kind and the caliber of leaders that this university has produced in the country and also in the African continent. We therefore feel very proud as representing some of the stakeholders that work very closely with the university to be able to say, today we are here to celebrate. We are here to say to you who have received the awards and you who are in line to receive the awards next year, that you are at the right place at this university. We also want to say there are a number of things that, and I represent here the Department of Science and Innovation, that even as we are implementing the white paper on science, technology and innovation and our decade plan, there are a number of pillars that we have identified. And one which I regard as most important is the focus on inclusive development. Science, technology and innovation and research and teaching have got to include everybody. In August, I was in Nairobi where we had taken our team that is involved in Earth observation and space sciences to engage with colleagues from the rest of the continent. And somebody gave this very interesting example. And it talks to the issues of inclusiveness, it talks to issues of relevance, and it talks to issues of impact. Because what we need to do now is to say, what is the impact of the research that we do? Economically, and also in society. And I'm quite pleased here that in almost all the meetings that I attend, or the events that the university organize, I always have the privilege of meeting up with the Mayor of Tulamela. Mayor Rambuda's participation here should not just be for her appearance. It should also be about how do we bridge the role of a university, not only in academia but also in society. And if this university hasn't spoken to her about some of the challenges that the municipality goes through and the district in the area of water, then Professor Tambelini will need to close the Department of Chemistry because it isn't doing its job. If it hasn't been involved in engaging the municipality about challenges around issues of quality of water, what can be done? How often does do the students here in the chemistry department engage and go and sample water and get that tested in the lab and then provide feedback? Because through that we'll also be able to say, this is where the problem is. Where is the sewage spilling into the water if it does, and I guess it does? For those who are engaging in various aspects around the environment, I was saying very recently that we are now going into rainy season. And we need to be working with the municipality to say, the reason why we have flooding, part of it is because we got rains, but part of it is that we've got waterways that have been blocked and they've never been cleared. And water will find a way, even if that way is about destruction. We're not going to stop it. It will do it. So we therefore need to be able to say, what is it that we are doing as a university to begin to address the challenges that will make us visible? Now, coming back to what has happened when I was in Nairobi, I was told that, as we would expect normally in our rural areas, ladies will wake up in the morning, or sometimes late in the afternoon, go to fetch water in the spring. And it happens that there were some Europeans who came through and they realized that no, people are suffering, they have to go so far to go and get water. And they decided next to the village to dig a well, and they put a borehole and everything. And then they demonstrated there was a big launch, and as you know, people go to the launches and the water was indeed coming out. And as time goes on, they observed that women still woke up, carried their buckets, passed the borehole, and go to collect water where they've always collected it. And that's when they started to say, now let's ask to do what they should have done in the beginning. And why am I raising this? I'm raising this because the aspect of exclusion in research means that you miss something that could be very pertinent. Because some of the things that indigenous people do, they do it for a purpose that we have never intended to engage them on. Now when they now start to ask, why do you pass the borehole and go and still fetch the water some 100 meters or a kilometer down the line? And the answer came out that basically they're going to the well as opposed to the borehole. One, it incorporates an aspect of exercise for the ladies. And two, it also creates an opportunity for them to socialize as they go there. And when you take that away, you basically are trying to stop them from that very important aspect of their regime of exercise and also engagement. And why I'm saying this is because sometimes there is so much that we miss out because we don't engage our communities. And I'm quite pleased that this university has got a very, very active and effective community engagement program. Dr. Chancellor'S, Francis, we doing a lot of that, and other researchers also who I haven't mentioned. So that really is the first thing. The second thing is we should not wait for somebody to come and research and discover what is on our backyard. I always say, for me, it doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying it shouldn't happen, but it doesn't make sense that you would have somebody, Professor Madara, understanding everything about the chemical makeup of some of our indigenous plants that grow here. And we don't, as a University of Venda. That basically means that we have entrenched ourselves in the world of irrelevance. So that's where we start doing things and we brag about how much we are recognized elsewhere, and locally nobody knows about the work that we do. So we therefore want to say, let's really build on what we have, because even in biblical times, when Moses had to liberate his people, when I read the Bible, God never asked him, do you have an AK-47? Or do you have a drone? The first question was, what do you have? And he looked around and he said, I only have this stick. And with that stick, that is where the liberation came. Now, University of Venda, you are not going to make an impact in society and in the economy by trying to look for things that you don't have. You are going to make an impact by making sure that what you have in your surrounding, what you have in your people, which is actually very interesting. Do you know that all these great universities have found a fishing pond to get the best students? And that fishing pond is Venda District. Do you know that?
Yes, it is.
Now, this one I'm not saying it very loudly, I'm just whispering. So everybody who's recording, please don't. And don't quote me, I didn't say this. Just go and see what's happening at national level. And tell me where most of the people who are leading, whether it's in government, private sector, where they got their first degrees, and even many.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you where. You're going to submit the assignment to the Vice Chancellor. So, you people who are sitting here who have been receiving awards, the people that you are training are life changers. They are going to impact not only this district, not only this municipality, but they're going to impact this country, this continent, and they're going to have a global impact. So I therefore want to encourage you to say, keep doing what you are doing, because you are not paying these people just for yourself. When they go out there, they represent. And so far, they have had a tendency of representing this university very well. So I want to conclude by saying, I'm also very proud to be an alumni of this university. Many years back when I left with a junior degree from here, many years back, I went to the University of Cape Town where I was the only outside graduate in the honors program. Only. All of them were UCT graduates. And I came in there, and the first week I was like, I think I might just run away. But then I told myself that I actually don't represent myself. And by the time I left the university with a master's degree, I can say without fear of any contradiction that there wasn't any other person who has published more than I did.
Wonderful.
In serious scientific journals. You know, you can Google me, some of them will still find them, even though it was many years back. But the point I'm raising is, there is nothing wrong with the education that you people here are giving. There is nothing wrong with the level of supervision, Professor Maruta. That's why you won the things that you have won. And we want to say, let's continue to sow this seed because it germinates and it becomes a tree. Thank you to the leadership of the university. We'll continue to work together. We'll do our best to make sure that this university does what it does. Dr. Zaga, holding that flag very high. Every time we see what the university is doing, we feel very proud. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mwobe. And I appreciate that you also mentioned that you are a University of Venda alumnus. Otherwise, if you didn't mention that, I was going to mention that. Colleagues, I'm sure you'll agree with me that in our respective work environments, it is rare to get instruction from your subordinates. We get instructions from our bosses. And Professor Feza, this is now that moment which I like most, where I give instruction to my boss. So ladies and gentlemen, the DVC Corporate Services has been sitting here, and I'm sure you didn't even see him coming to the stage. So watch the space. I'm going to give him instruction to ascend the stage. So on that note, and this is actually by virtue of the powers vested in me, Vice Chancellor and Principal. Allow me to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Corporate Services, Dr. Robert Martin, to come and express our gratitude. Dr. Martin, please come to the stage.
Yeah, Dr. Zaga, the PMS is not finalized. So, colleagues and friends of the University of Venda, Yeah, I'm quite aware that I stand before you at lunchtime, but I want to take a cue from my colleagues, the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellors, who spoke before me. If you recall, each of them had a very long speech, and so I'm not going to let them down. So that when you have to sort of evaluate us, you at least would be able to do that from a position of, an informed sort of position. So mine was asked to do the vote of thanks, which I gladly want to do. I must say, I was sitting there, I was watching colleagues coming and being recognized and so on. And I must say I am filled with a lot of pride. It is such a great honor to be proud of this gathering.
Yeah.
So my first word of thanks is actually to all of you that have received and have been sort of recognized. You make everything worthwhile. We can, or if I speak for myself, I can take my business card out with pride and say to people, I am at the University of Venda. Not because of me, actually because of you, because all of you are putting this university on a pedestal that I think is unimaginable. So colleagues, thank you very much to all of you and for the hard work that you are putting in to make this university the success that it is. I want to also just touch on what Dr. Mofi has indicated here. You see, the challenge with being recognized is that immediately you have set a particular standard for yourself. And that recognition that you have just received, whether you like it or not, and even if we are celebrating it, it's already history, if you didn't know. So those were for achievements that happened in the past. And so if we look at the future, it puts more pressure on me to now even surpass what I have been recognized for. And I want to encourage also all of you that as we celebrate you, as we thank you for the achievements that you have done, that there are more work. And I think it came out of the VC's word to you. It came out of Professor Fazer, Professor Nakala, and also Dr. Moefi, that our job is to impact the world around us. If we can't do that, then we are also just empty vessels. So if people can't feel this university and can't feel the change, then I think that would be very sad. So I want to thank all the dignitaries that have taken the time to come and witness this occasion, because it's always good that if we recognize people, that there are other external stakeholders that also join in to celebrate those recognition and those awards that we are giving. So Mayor and Director General and colleagues from everywhere, we just appreciate you. We thank you that you were able to make this occasion the success that it is, because at least you have given stature to this very important occasion. But colleagues, my discipline is entrepreneurship, and so I don't think I would want to leave here without saying something about why we do what we do. in everything that we do, we either move towards pleasure or we try and run away from pain. And so I'm sure Deco will remember that when we spoke about some stage the sort of correlation between research and entrepreneurship, that I indicated that there's not much difference actually, and I couldn't understand why academics struggle with this thing, because actually all of us are either, we're solving problems, whether you research or whether someone is in business. Someone has got some pain that they want you to alleviate, and that pain can be like in the example where people don't have water. So they need to then be relieved from that pain, so that the water come either cleaner or it come closer to them. Or someone want to enjoy more pleasure. And so if I'm in business, I'm going to check, what are those things that you would want to do? And I'm going to provide that need. So it's pain or it's pleasure. And so I want to ask today, colleagues, that, or actually just remind you, there's a nice quote from a person called Jeremy Bentham. And he said, nature has placed mankind under the governance of two sovereign masters, pain and pleasure. They govern us in all we do, in all we say, in all we think. Every effort we can make to throw off our subjection will serve but to demonstrate and to confirm it. And that's why we do what we do. And so for you that have now achieved what you have achieved, that is recognized for the achievements that has been awarded to you, I think you were also reminded by the speakers today that we need to have a bigger focus. Our focus as a university are those students that we have the privilege to serve. And so, but it then also put the pressure on us to apply ourselves with much more care and greater dedication to our work. And so, Dorothy Sayers say this thing about work. She says, work is not primarily a thing one does to live, but the thing one lives to do. It is or should be the full expression of the worker's faculties. Thing in which he finds his spiritual, his mental and bodily satisfaction. And the medium, work should be the medium in which he offers himself to God. That is how serious we should take the work. And so, colleagues, in congratulating you, I also want to remind you about our previous president said the following about people that are too shy to shine. He said that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, to be gorgeous, to be talented, or to be fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be all of those things? You are a child of the universe. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We are born to make manifest the glory of all that's within us. It's not just in some of us. It's in everyone, in all of us. And as we let our light shine, we are unconsciously giving other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so, in closing, I just want to say to you and to encourage you further, as we thank you for everything that you have done for us, is to live like you will die tomorrow. But keep learning like you will live forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Martin. Let's give him another round of applause. So the last item on the program is announcements, not so, Professor McBain. And this item will be handled by Ms. Liwani Nemangan from the Directorate of Research and Innovation. And after you are told what to do by Ms. Nemangan, we are requesting all our award recipients to come to the fore for a group picture with the Vice Chancellor and his executive management, as well as his esteemed guests. Please bring along your awards for a group picture. Over to Mr. Mangan.